Howdy guys, Zelda42293 here. Welcome back to another episode of Love is Strange. In the last episode, we started the Rachel route and we got to see a little bit of bikini action. And in this episode, we're going to be going through the Wednesday portion of the route. If only I could reverse time. I'd love to have just another hour of sleep. But I've got to face the day. I reach over and shut off my alarm. I'm pretty sure I dreamed about the ocean last night. I'm glad that Rachel suggested it for the contest photo, but I can still hear the waves rushing in my ears. It's making me sleepy all over again. But I have to get going now. I climb out of bed and grab my shower supplies. It's hard to beat the rush for the stalls on some mornings, but I luck out. It always sucks to have to wait to shower when you're grouchy and hungry. By the time I head back to my room to get dressed for the day, I've got time to spare. I use it to review my homework, and to greet my roommates, of course. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Captain. In my defense, I've heard that talking to plants helps them grow. And I've talked to my teddy bear since I was little, so that's not about to change. Oh, I've got a message. I grab my phone off my bed to check it. Hey, Max! Hey, what's up? Heading downtown. You want to come? DT? Downtown. I was right. I want new makeup for the photo shoot. And it would be nice to discuss said photo shoot some more. Agreed. I can meet you in a couple of hours. I have a free period then. Just skip it. No skipping. Chill, I got you. You're inspiring me to get my ass to class too. So this ass is going to class. Jeez. Along with the rest of your body too, right? Max, you know I am the whole package. 2 hours. See you then. It looks like I'll be meeting up with Rachel again today. She really does care about this contest. I'm glad she asked me to meet up with her. Hanging out with her yesterday was really fun. But for now, I'd better get going if I want to keep my day on track. Class this morning isn't exactly thrilling. It's so hard to concentrate on lectures with a contest distracting me. As soon as the bell rings, I head right to the bus stop. The schedule is a little confusing, but I make my way downtown right on time. I find Rachel right outside of the makeup and jewelry store she asked to meet in front of. Hey, Max. Hope you weren't waiting long. I did make you wait on me yesterday, so fair is fair. Rachel throws her arms around me in greeting, gathering me in a hug. It's not the first time Rachel's hugged me. She gives them out to just about everyone as if she runs into some kind of affection charity. But it's really nice anyway. I put my arms around her and squeeze her loosely back before we let go. I was just doing some window shopping. I wouldn't have minded if you waited inside. It's all good, come on. I follow Rachel into the shop. I've definitely never been here before. I mean, I wear makeup, but it's usually the drugstore kind. It's not the best stuff, but it works for me. The store has a lot of glittering display cases, and everyone's lit with such an intense white light that I almost feel like we're in a photo studio. I pass by one of the mirrors, stop, and shudder. Are my freckles seriously that dark and noticeable? Rachel laughs. You mean, are they seriously that adorable? I'm pretty sure the light's a confidence trick. You see how huge your pores look here, and it convinces you that you really do need to buy makeup. The answer is yes, by the way, to the adorable thing. Aw, Max is blushing. Thanks. I'm so bad at taking compliments, and Rachel tosses them out so casually. How did Chloe ever deal with this for the years that I was gone? Rachel rarely knows how to weave a spell. Now, let's see. What are you looking for? Oh, well, I don't know. Rachel seems distracted as I follow her through the aisles. She doesn't know? But she met with me here because she wanted new makeup for the shoot, right? I watch as Rachel picks up the little bottles and tubes and examines the labels, only to put each one back. I know that Rachel is a vegetarian. maybe she's worried about the ingredients? It's only when I pick up a bottle of concealer that she's put down that I realize what she's been looking at. It's not the ingredients, it's the prices. Something clicks into place. Is Rachel worried about money? But if I just say that, it might sound rude. It is kind of overpriced. Probably is way overpriced, we should be honest. This stuff is way overpriced. I think it's crazy that any company would want like $80 for eyeshadow. It's just minerals and junk. Yeah, bet you could get the same result by melting crayons. I don't know if you should put melted crayons near your eyes. I was just giving an example off the top of my head of something with pigment in it. Because you're right, a lot of the basic ingredients must be similar. But it's just more confidence tricks. It's all about presentation. She picks up a tube of lipstick. The cap is gold enamel with an elaborate design etched in. Just looking at this makes you feel glamorous, right? To some people, that's worth it. She checks the price tag. $35? Not to me. Me neither. Even though I look so hot in this shade. She puts it back on the shelf. Actually, Rachel sighs. I've been kind of short on cash these days, ever since I left my ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend? Come to think of it, it's been months since I've heard anything about Rachel's alleged boyfriend. I mean, I know she had one, but I never met him. All I know is that he's not a Blackwell student, so I figured they weren't all that serious anyway. Not like it's any of my business. We split, Rachel scrunches up her face in thought. It's been almost 6 months. Damn, time flies. I had no idea you guys were even steady. Rachel snorts. Steady? That term is so fucking cute and outdated. Maybe I should feel embarrassed, but Rachel's smiling, so I smile too. I've heard that I'm kind of, stuck in the retro zone. It's your selling point. You should overdo the shit out of it. I'm not exactly looking to market myself. You have to start thinking that way if you want to be famous, Max. I always am. Like, when I hit it big, I'm never gonna have to worry about money again. Rachel Amber is a brand, huh? That's how it works. And I won't need some dude to rely on. I can't say that I can relate to any of what she's saying. I've never had a boyfriend. Or a girlfriend. And even though I do want to be known one day, I've never thought that far into the future. Rachel's already worried about all of these things, and in a lot of ways she seems much older than 19. How does she deal with it all? I'm gonna go pay for this concealer. I hope it makes me 3 times as hot for the price. She gives me a wink and then heads towards the cash register. I watch her go, lingering behind. Rachel's obviously got a ton of her own things to deal with, but she's still working with me on this contest. The least I owe her is some sort of thank you. I take a look around the shop. I can't afford these expensive makeup brands, but there are other things here too. I decide to pick something up for Rachel. I'm not sure if I really know what she'll like, but it's worth a shot. She already's got a feather earring and... which one could we get? Let's take a shot in the dark. Let's go with lavender oil. Lavender oil has a lot of uses, right? I've honestly never tried any kind of aromatherapy before, but I've heard so many good things about it. Rachel always smells as amazing as she looks, so maybe she'll appreciate this. I close my hand over the little bottle and walk over to the cash register. Rachel's waiting by the door so she doesn't see me playing. Ready to go? Let's get the hell out of here. The light's making me wither like a vampire. Vampires wish they looked like you. Would you let me feed on you? Oh, why did I say that? I'm not so good at playing these kinds of teasing games. Yeah, I mean, but doesn't that break your vegetarian rule? It's not like I'd be eating you. Please don't. You sure about that? Oh, Rachel's trying to flirt subtly. I'm sure. Rachel laughs. We head out of the shop together and back into the cool October sun. Actually, I got something for you. Rachel's mouth twists in either surprise or amusement. No way. Yeah, I just wanted to, I feel pretty lame about this all of a sudden. Oh, look, they're both blushing. I wanted to say thanks for your help with all this. Even if we don't win the contest, I know we're going to come out of it with a great photo. Thanks to you. Do you spoil Chloe with compliments like this too? You know Chloe. She loves a good ego stroking. Rachel gives a little puff of laughter. So do I. So what did you get me, you sneak? It's lavender oil. I hand over the small brown bottle, dropping it into Rachel's palm. Immediately, she seems to light up, right up from the inside. My room must really reek of incense, huh? Are you trying to send me a message? It's definitely true that some strange smells have come from Rachel's dorm room in the past, but I wouldn't exactly call it incense. No way, you never smell skunky. Nice save, but seriously, this is exactly what I need right now. She's already unscrewing the cap to take a whiff. There's a dreamy look on her face. I feel relaxed already. This stuff is way therapeutic. How did you know? I didn't. I just guessed. I'm really glad that I chose right, even if it was at random. Seeing Rachel so happy makes me happy too. Rachel reaches out for my wrist. Her grasp is so gentle. Here, try some. I let her dot a little bit of it onto my skin. Her hand is still holding my wrist when she lifts it up to my nose so I can inhale. She's right. The scent is really relaxing. Our eyes meet over my hand. Her smile is so sincere that I feel somewhat flustered, and I avert my gaze. Thank you, Max. But you seriously didn't have to get me anything. I agreed to help you because I want to do this. I know, I never doubted that. You're so sweet. Rachel glances down the street. A few moments pass before she speaks again. I wonder if we'll come out of this with an iconic photo. You know, one that becomes so famous that everyone knows its name? I can't even picture someone like me ever taking a photo like that. I seriously doubt it. Then stop doubting. Rachel turns her attention towards the sky. I want to be in a photo like that one day. I want to be in magazines, and billboards, and books. I want to be the woman in the mirror. The title, it's really familiar. I'm sure I've seen it before. Sure, Avedon. Richard Avedon, right? Right. There's a reason you always hear his name when people talk shop on fashion photography. He was an inventor. He brought soul into it. He captured his subjects like nobody else. Woman in the Mirror is an Avedon photo book, right? Yeah, what do you think it means? I have to think about that. I'm not totally sure, but a mirror reflects back exactly what you put into it. Like a camera. Well, yes. But you can manipulate a photograph pretty easily these days. So a mirror is more honest. That's what you're saying? Rachel looks like she's thinking hard about something. I study her closely. A few moments of silence pass by. I decide to stand by what I've said. Yes. Rachel looks at me right in the eyes, and then she nods. I wonder what Avedon would say. We'll never know. Rachel checks her phone. It looks like our conversation about photography is over. Time's almost up if you still want to catch your next class, Max. Unless you want to stick around. There we go. Another offer to cut class. Oh, we already did it once. We gotta be careful. Damn. Alright, let's go back to school. We should really be heading back. I should become a professional parade rainer. Rachel purses her lips together before smiling gently and nodding with a sigh. It's a good thing you're here to check my bad ideas. You're right, I do have an assignment to hand in later, and we'll be able to catch lunch just in time, I think. I'm so glad that Rachel seems to understand. The bus pulls up right in front of us, which convinces me that I've made the right choice. As soon as we return to Blackwell, Rachel and I are ambushed by a group of students that I don't know. Of course, they're here for Rachel, not me. They're otters. Rachel's not even on the swim team. I wonder how she knows them. But then again, I'm not even surprised. Rachel was friends with almost everybody here at Blackwell. I'd love to hang out, but I've got a project to throw out with Max here. Rain check? Rachel's gentle smile doesn't even seem to do much for the disappointment that passes over the faces of the swim team girls. But they make Rachel promise to keep her word, and after they exchange goodbyes, I turn to her, unable to keep from commenting. How do you do it? Do what? I mean, how do you balance all of those friends? Even yesterday with the skater bros. It's like you know everyone on a first name basis. I guess Rachel shrugs. I don't know. Doesn't everyone want to be liked? Well, yeah. But I think it's a lot easier said than done. You make it look so easy. I never had much of a shell to come out of. Rachel elbows me gently as we walk together. Not like you. You think I would be over myself by now? That's not what I meant. I know. Good. Look at Chloe. She doesn't try to make friends with everyone, and she's still kick-ass and totally cool. I smile. She's almost too cool. But having as many friends as you do. Sounds like a lot of fun. Rachel laughs. Then let's swap places for a while. I think about that for just a second, but then I shake my head. No way. Oh, like I could ever replace you in anyone's eyes. Everyone's replaceable. I open my mouth to laugh, but Rachel's not really smiling. I'm just confused now. What's that supposed to mean? But before I can ask, Rachel is pulling out her cigarettes. I'm going to go catch a smoke before we have to get back to class. Oh, of course. Don't mind me. I do mind you. I'm going to go stand over there so I'm not blowing it in your face. Thanks. I watch as Rachel moves across the side of the building to light up. Soon, there's a haze of grayish smoke blossoming out of her mouth. The more time I spend with Rachel, the less I feel I know about her. She's so friendly, but she's so distant too. Is it possible that Rachel's always been this way, and I just never noticed? Has Chloe? Has anyone? I think back again to all my conflicting stories I've heard about Rachel as I lean into the wall. My eyes are drawn to a scribble there. I remedied by the words I found on the fountain yesterday, before Rachel had shown up to meet me. Rachel gives great head. That's just gross. I feel a little nauseous. Who would write this, and why? It's not even the worst thing I've seen about her either. There's a real dark side to Blackwell that I don't like thinking about. I might not know all there is to know about Rachel, but she's a good person. She's a kind person. She was there for Chloe when I couldn't be. And that has to count for something. I can't just not do anything. Just edit it. I dig through my purse until I fill my pencil case. I tug it out and unzip it. I'm always carrying a few permanent markers. They're really the only thing that works when you want to record a date or name on a photo. I untap the black one and lean in to write over the faded letters. Rachel gives great hugs. You can definitely tell that it's been written over, but I think it did a good job covering up the word below. There. I feel better already. When I step around the corner, I see Rachel has finished with her first cigarette and is reaching for another. She pauses when she sees me. I can put them away. I meant it when I said I didn't mind. Rachel smiles, and then she nods at the ground. Hey, sit with me. So I do. We sit next to one another with our backs against the wall. There's a pretty good view of the football field from here. Rachel flicks her lighter again. Do you read your horoscope? Yeah, I try to in real life. I try to. You believe in that stuff? I don't really know, but it's nice to think that we're all connected to the stars. Lately, mine has been telling me that my life is about to change in a huge way. I think about Rachel's modeling opportunity. It has, hasn't it? It will. It could. As I'm thinking of a reply, Rachel's phone starts to ring. She doesn't even flinch. She ignores it and continues smoking. I look at the newly reversed graffiti, and then to Rachel's buzzing phone on the ground between us. She's probably not gonna answer it if she's not picking it up. Not graffiti. I can't stop thinking about the graffiti, and I guess I've just started to think of it as part of the campus landscape. I've let my eyes roll over it so many times, but I've never asked Rachel about it for myself. Hey, Rachel, there's a lot of stuff written about you around campus. Rachel purses her lips around her cigarette, and she laughs. Well, all rumors are grounded in somewhere in the truth, you know? Is it really that simple? I'll try not to let it bother me. I nod, but I think it does bother her. Or it should. Wouldn't it bother anyone? I know I would hate it. Why? What did you see? Is someone spreading my number around with a not untrue promise of a good time? So she even admits that she gives a good time. She winks at me, looking like she's ready for a laugh, but I think I can see through her. I think about the various tags I've seen. It seems like this might be an opening to finally appease a bit of my curiosity, or my natural nosiness is taking over. Rachel owes me money. What does that mean? Rachel frowns. It's true. Whoever wrote that probably isn't lying. I borrowed money from one too many people. I don't think I'm a dishonest person, Max. I really do intend to pay it all back one day. I've worked my ass off trying to steady the ground beneath my feet. Is it for the LA fun you and Chloe have going on? It's no secret that both Rachel and Chloe have their eyes turned south. Yeah, I will pay everyone back, Max. I believe you. Rachel abides. I'm really confused about what Rachel abides means. Rachel abides with... Well, what's that? I watch as she taps out the ash from her cigarette into a little pile beneath her knees. With nothing. With whatever made-up people have chosen to believe about me this week. She shrugs. Even if people are nice to your face. It doesn't mean they're being real with you. There's a cryptic and vague answer if I ever heard one. If I were talking to Chloe, I'd call her out on it. But I don't know if Rachel as well as I know Chloe. This is my cue not to ask anymore, isn't it? We got one more. Let's go for it. Why would someone write, I'm uncomfortable just thinking of the word. Rachel is a whore? I hate hearing her say it. Yeah. Why would anyone... I don't know what the damage is. Rachel laughs. It sounds a little forced. Maybe I've hurt her feelings by bringing it up. I don't care. People have been saying that shit about me ever since middle school. Middle school? Rachel's been coping with this crap for that long? Are you kidding me? I feel angry just thinking about it. It's no one's business. I'm sorry, Rachel. Don't be. If the stars are right, my life's about to change anyway. The stars are right, because you're going to nail that modeling contract, right? I look at her sideways. Rachel looks a little weary. The perfect image I'd had of Rachel. It's not true to say who she really is it? But that's not a bad thing. I want to learn more about her. I want to know everything about her. It's a weird feeling. I don't know if I've ever really had it before. Rachel's sitting right next to me, but it's like I want to reach inside of her and see everything. I want Rachel to trust me. Is it weird? Am I weird? To be honest, Max, this has been my dream for my whole life. And the stars have suddenly aligned just like that. I should be happy. I should be so fucking happy. But now, I just don't know. I've been doubting everything about myself. I want to go and never look back. But I think I get it. Or at least I hope I do. You got this, Rachel. You got this, Rachel. I know you do. You're amazing. You're smart and driven, and I've never seen you fail at anything before. Chloe knows it, and everyone in school knows it. I know it. Rachel gives a short laugh, and then reaches to snub out her cigarette on the pavement. Thanks, Max. I know I was being a little bitch for worrying. I have no right to complain about this. Getting like this over a modeling contract is about as first world problem as you can get. You're going to blow it out of the water. Rachel's smiling at me, but her gaze is a little unfocused. Did I say the right things? I really hope so. I wonder why we've never really hung out alone before. I'm glad we are now, Max. Rachel reaches out and grabs at my hands. Her squeeze is really strong. I can feel my cheeks heating. I can't believe that Rachel Amber is giving me this kind of attention. It makes me feel special. Me too. I'm so glad. Those 3 words don't seem like enough. I'm a little sorry when Rachel lets go of my hands. Look, I've got to go hand in that assignment. But maybe I'll catch up to you later. I wasn't planning on leaving the dorms at all tonight. I was just going to brainstorm some ideas for our beach photo. So, sure. I can't wait. She's looking at me right in the eyes. Her expression is so gentle. I still feel kind of warm all over. And the feeling doesn't go away, even once she's already left. The rest of the school day passes in a haze. I spend most of it thinking about the photo shoot tomorrow. And about Rachel. Right as the final bell rings, I get a text from her. I'm starting to get super hyped for tomorrow. Maybe too hyped. Kinda worried about not getting enough beauty sleep. Anyway, I'm coming by later. Feel free to kick me out and tell me to go to bed. I'm totally beat by the time I make it back to my room. After tossing my bag onto the floor and checking in on Lisa, I sink into my chair and pull out my laptop. I know that Rachel and I need to have our contest photo done and hand it in on Friday, which means that tomorrow is really the only day we've got to take it. And that's bad news for me, because I'm quickly realizing that I haven't got a clue what the photo should look like. I mean, Rachel is so gorgeous that taking a good photo of her would probably be as easy as pointing my camera in her direction and pressing the shutter. But I don't want that. I don't want easy. I want art. I want this photo to fit the contest theme. I want it to express the bond between photographer and model. Maybe I want it to express the bonds that's been growing between me and Rachel as people, not just an artist and a muse. As if I'm anything close to an artist. Keep on dreaming, Max. I scroll through the folder of scanned photographs on my desktop, trying to view my own work with an objective eye. I pause on a photo of the ocean. I remember taking this. It's Elliott Bay, right in the heart of Seattle. The ocean looks gray and choppy, and through my lens, boring. Even the Ferris wheel in the background doesn't liven up the photo. What kind of photographer can't manage a decent shot of the ocean? I can't ask Rachel to pose on the sand instead, or by the rocks, or I could even frame the shot up towards the cliff. But if I can't take a good photo, it won't matter where I point my camera. My stomach clenches as the anxiety swells. I take a long, slow breath and then close the folder. What I need isn't to remind myself of my mistakes. What I need is inspiration. I pull up the search engine and think for a moment before carefully typing. Richard Avedon plus woman in the mirror. The results load, my screen filling up with beautiful black and white images. I begin clicking through, trying to see what was so important to Rachel in this photo book. Each photo is carefully set up, framed and posed. Very few of the shots look candid. I've always noticed a really deliberate quality to Avedon's work. Victoria Chase's photos always make me think of this. She puts a lot of effort into getting things exactly right, a lot like he did. As for me, I'm almost the complete opposite. I like taking photos when people aren't necessarily ready for them. I've always loved the idea of capturing a moment just as it existed. But it feels like I'm seeing Avedon's work for the first time now. The women in his photos are coiffed and composed and ready for the camera, but these photos feel incredibly honest too, as if Avedon has managed to unbury something that a less controlling photographer might never have found or even known about. The backgrounds complement the models, but never overwhelm them. Suddenly, they're just plain backdrops. These photos are all about the subjects, even when they're shot in extraordinary places. I recall what Rachel and I had talked about earlier today, about cameras and mirrors and how they reflect back what you put into them. It's a lot to think about. All at once, I feel a little tired. I shut off my laptop and cross the room to sink down into my bed. I wiggle around to get comfortable, and then roll onto my side, peering into my phone. Rachel said she'd drop by sometime this evening. I wonder if I should touch base with her. Maybe I shouldn't bother her, though. I don't want her to think I'm annoying. She could easily have decided to hang out with one of her zillion other friends since I last talked to her. Let's be sure. I decide to go for it, and then immediately spend about 2 minutes wondering what to type before I realize that I'm overthinking it way too much. I go for the default greeting. Hey! To my surprise, she actually responds right away. Yo! Better pick up all that dirty laundry because I'm hitting you up soon. Well, that answers my question right away. I found myself smiling at my phone. Hey, I'm actually very tidy. You mean you didn't go to the Chloe school of leave your panties where everyone could see them? Oh my god, no! God, love her. I think we all love her. Don't tell her that, she'll get all weird. It's true though. I'm grinning at my phone now. When I was 13, I could have probably felt totally aghast at the idea of sharing my best friend with someone. But that was before I ever met Rachel. I remember what it was like when Chloe first introduced us on my first day at Blackwell. I thought it was going to be seriously awkward, and I was worried that I might even be jealous. But I didn't feel that way at all. I just felt incredibly grateful to meet the person who was so good to Chloe when I wasn't around. The person that my best friend called her best friend for 5 years. I feel glad all over again that I asked Rachel to partner with me for this contest. I'm starting to see just how big her heart really is. As I contemplate a reply, my mind wanders briefly back to Richard Avedon and Woman in the Mirror. I looked up Woman in the Mirror today. Yeah? His photos were so beautiful, almost dreamlike. Did you look at the Dovima with elephants? Yes! It's interesting how both she and the elephants look so powerful in those pictures, but in completely different ways. Yeah. I love how fearless she looks. Those elephants are like stomping their feet around her, and she's just completely calm, like a rock in a stream. Jeez. I'd be terrified. Me too. But I'd still jump at the chance. I'll take the pic for you, from inside an elephant-proof cage. I don't care if you're joking. You're on. Uh-oh. I was going to stop at the cafeteria before coming by. Do you want anything? If there are muffins, yes. Fuck yeah. Gonna put more junk in my trunk, too. I'll be over soon. See ya. I'm really glad I decided to text Rachel. She's so fun and easy to talk to. I quickly run my gaze around my room, just to be extra sure that I don't have anything embarrassing lying around, before I lean back on the sheets and relax again. I slide my phone beneath my pillow so that I won't accidentally knock it off my bed and shut my eyes for a rest. I don't know how much time passes, but I'm abruptly brought back to life by a sharp knock at my door. When I open my eyes, I'm surprised to find that it's dark out. I quickly sit up, my heart thumping, and reach up to rub at my eyes, and run my fingers through my messy hair before going to answer the door. Rachel's right out there in the hall. She's holding 2 muffins in front of her chest as she looks me dead in the eyes. Check out my huge muffins! I see them. Rachel gives the muffins a little wiggle, and then she grins, her voice turning insistent. You're not looking. I made myself look, deciding to play along despite my embarrassment. Yes, they're big. Is that what you wanted me to say? I surprised myself by laughing. Rachel laughs too. Yes, thank you. Well, come inside already. Your room is so cute, and so delightfully free of weed odor. The only green leafy thing in here is Lisa. I pointed the plant over by the window. Rachel turns to look at it. This is the one Chloe totally stole and handed off to me last semester, right? Hi, Lisa. I missed you. She hasn't forgotten about the incident either. Neither have I. Laughing, Rachel holds one of the muffins out to me and I take it. It smells amazing. The Blackwell cafeteria fare typically never rises above average, but I think there's no such thing as a bad chocolate muffin. Rachel peels the wrapper off hers and picks a chocolate chip out to eat it. The motion looks so delicate that I almost feel embarrassed about immediately stuffing my face. So I've been thinking about this photo. It's gotta be perfect. I swallow thickly, just when I manage to stop feeling anxious for a minute. I know, I want it to be too. It's not good enough just to have a great location, you know. I lower my muffin, feeling queasy. She's right, but hearing it said out loud makes the pressure a whole lot more real. Right, I know. I think about something I noticed about Richard Avedon's work. How he treated the background just as one of the many elephants in his photography. A detail meant to enhance the subject. But Avedon was a master. I'm not. I stare at the carpet. Rachel reaches out to touch my arm. We're going to win this. Nobody else stands a chance. It's practically fate. We can't let doubt get in the way. Anxiety takes root in my chest and blossoms. I strain to come up with something to say that won't disappoint her. Oh, how can you be sure? How can you be sure? I'm not. My heart sinks. But you just said you've never heard the phrase, fake it till you make it? I stare at her. Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually lived by it, though. It's actually not bad advice. If you pretend it's something for long enough, it eventually starts to feel kind of, well, true. I stare back down at the carpet again. I'm sorry, Rachel. I don't even know how to be fake confident, let alone real confident, if I take a shitty pic. What the hell are you talking about? You keep saying that we're definitely going to win this, but I don't know if but I wasn't even talking about you. Well, Wait, what? I was talking about myself. About me fucking this up for us. I nearly dropped my muffin. Oh. You thought I was talking about you? Rachel's eyes go wide and her expression turns apologetic. She speaks in a rush. Holy shit, I'm sorry. I've been so up in my own head, kicking myself over this whole thing. I wasn't trying to put pressure on you. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, that's me. I was so antsy to show you a cool place to take the photos, so you'd think that I knew exactly what I was doing. That is what I thought. But with all this shit going on with the contract, I don't even know if I can, give you anything worth your time tomorrow. I'm a little stunned. Rachel, you're not the only one who's been in her own head and kicking herself. I know exactly how you feel. I don't want to, put you on the spot or anything. I just think your photos are so fucking amazing. The compliment warms me, even through my uneasiness. But that's exactly what I just did, isn't it? I piled a bunch of expectations on you. Just like everybody's always doing to me. Rachel has always seemed kind of invincible. Like she can handle anything and everything. And she's always proving it. Perfect looks, perfect grades, and perfect skill. But she's only human. Maybe it's hypocritical, but there's no way I want to let Rachel keep feeling like this. Hey, Rachel. Yeah? Let's make a deal, okay? Rachel gnaws at her lower lip before responding. What kind of deal? No expectations of one another or ourselves. No pressures, no hopes or plans or anything for tomorrow. We get there and we just see how it goes. That's all. There's a moment of silence between us, tense but hopeful. Flying by the seat of our trendy torn jeans, huh? I never heard that one before. I love that idea. I love it so much I could kiss you. I mean, I'm open to it. Now and then I do have a rare moment of genius. I think I'm being clever while I'm congratulating myself. Rachel is on the move. She leans forward, grabs me by the shoulder, and lays a kiss on my cheek. Ooh! It happens so suddenly that I don't even realize it until it's over, and she pulls back, eyes sparkling. Oh, what did I just say? You did warn me. I start grinning like a total idiot. I know it's just Rachel being Rachel, but I feel pretty amazing right now. She's still touching my shoulder as we stare at one another. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but there's a strange feeling of expectation in the air. At least until she speaks again. We should both be going to bed soon. We've got a lot to do tomorrow. I nod. Feeling a little disappointed, I find myself thinking that it'd be nice if Rachel could stay over. I think I could probably talk with her all night about pretty much anything. But she's right that we both need to be well rested. And anyway, we'll have lots of chances for sleepovers in the future. Hopefully. I was pretty much asleep before you got here. I can tell. No offense. You looked so adorably tired when you got to the door. As long as it was adorably, it was. I'll text you tomorrow morning. Feel free to blow up my phone. Be careful what you wish for. I'll straight up explode it. Somehow, I don't think I'd mind. Bitchin'. Rachel turns to go, laughing. I hold the door open for her as she exits. After a moment, I can hear her voice calling from down the hallway. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. Sweet dreams. Wow, man, I like this route. Oh, man, it's getting juicy. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Tune in next time where we will continue the Rachel route again. We're going to be taking our photo. Hopefully, we get the good ending for this ending. But for now, this is Other42293. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.